Business Insider not too long ago, I had a reporter call me up and say, hey, John, let's talk about Elon Musk's negotiation strategy with Tesla. The same situation, but with a very different person. Elon Musk is going to the Tesla board saying, I want a $1 trillion pay package. And if you don't give it to me, I'm going to walk. And so the question was, should the average person use that strategy? My response was, well, the average person's not Elon Musk. He has a unique set of leverage that he can pull. He's a unique rainmaker. They can't go and get another Elon Musk. So that's going to work for him, but it shouldn't be what you do for a current employer. But when you're working for a company, now you are in the HR ecosystem. And that, depending on the company, can be really limiting. They'll have policies about, let's say they're going to promote you 1 or 2 grades. The policy says we can't give you more than 7% per grade or something like that, even if the market will be 40%. There's kind of this old joke in the HR team that says you would be better off to leave the company and come back than to try to move up. And this is why people been with the same company 15 or 20 years are very often behind the market. And they don't know that they're behind the market until the phone starts ringing and they get these crazy offers. And this is one of the ways it's different, is that you have to navigate within the HR structure. Now, you can engage HR as your ally in this process, depending on the situation. So let's just say you want to get a raise and you've been working with your boss to expand the scope of your job. You're taking on more responsibilities and so on. And at some point, you get to that spot where the job you used to be doing is no longer the job you're doing. You go to HR and you say, here's my old job description. Here's my new job description. Can we regrade this? What should be the appropriate pay grade for this new set of responsibilities? And then HR can do that process and say, well, it looks like you're at 3 grades higher. Now you get a raise just the system will give you a raise. But I'll say, like, if that's not the case and you're just working with your boss, or you're transferring into another group for a job that's higher and so on. A lot of people think they just have to take the offer that comes. No, you don't have to do that. You have choices. Just like Elon Musk could decide, well, I could leave Tesla and go to SpaceX or X, or I could start a whole new business. Like, Elon Musk has options. And you can say, well, I appreciate that opportunity. I think I'd really slay that dragon, but I need to have a better financial opportunity, or it might be more advantageous for me just to consider other opportunities. What can we do to improve this? So you have to test the limits in a safe way, but you can't do that if you don't have options. The best talent always has options. It's very difficult to have this conversation with your boss or with a potential future boss in a company that you already work with, because you don't want to be labeled as high maintenance or any of these kind of things. So you want to raise, you think you've earned that, you're really outperforming everything, your job has grown, etc. You go into your boss's office and say, over the last 3 months, I've had 4 calls from headhunters, and I want to tell you, the money they're throwing at me is kind of surprising. I didn't realize that my value in the market was like that. Right now, though, I'm hanging up on them. I'm not even talking to them. But this has become a distraction for me. So what can you do to help me continue to hang up the phone on these people? And so what you're not doing is bringing a job offer into your boss's office and saying, you need to match this or I walk. That makes it feel like your loyalty to them and to the company is not what it should be. In order to get the cherry opportunities, the real great projects, the high impact work that's going to create bigger pay for you long term, in order to get that, they have to believe that you're going to be there long term. But I'll go back, like, the easiest raise you'll ever get is the one that you get on the way into a new company.